Today I want to talk about scammy, fake music store websites. Now, back in the day, and by back in the day, I just mean like 3 years ago, honestly, those websites weren't overly convincing. But I'm here to tell you, the scams have gotten way more deadly. Now we've got scam websites that are cloning real, like recognizable names. Like they're taking and cloning all of Guitar Center, all of Musician's Friend. Here's a real Guitar Center page right here. Here's the fake Guitar Center page. Now, to be clear, these are not perfect one-to-one copies, but they don't need to be because people aren't looking at the real one and the fake one side by side. You need something that looks professional and that has thousands of different listings scraped from the real version. These have new gear, used gear, the logos are in place. It looks really good. People are already falling for the crummy fake websites of 2020. These new, way more complicated fake websites are getting better, and this is the worst they're ever going to look. So I want to talk about this and show you what you can look out for and why you need to be careful when you're looking at ads on Facebook. I will have an ad for eDream Center because I do in every video, but this is not me trying to say you should only buy from eDream Center. I'm saying buy from the real website. It doesn't matter what company you go with, whether or not that's Sweetwater, the real Guitar Center, whether or not it's your local mom and pop, find the real website. That's the point of this video. But of course, to pay the bills, today's video is brought to you by eDream Center. If you want to buy from a great electronic drum store based in Tennessee with a great website, check them out with the discount link below. Okay, so let's run through how the scam works from the ground up. The way this usually works is that a page gets stolen from somebody. They get a page that already exists a lot of times because it bypasses some of Facebook's detection algorithms for scams, and then they run ads with it to the fake scammy website. My brother actually got his Facebook profile stolen, and I don't know what they're using it for, but it could be something like this. So here are two ads that were sent to me by Timothy Jordan. Big shout out to him for giving me the links to all this stuff. If you click on that, it brings you to this fake version of GuitarCenter.com. They call it GuitarCenter/US.shop. So that's the dead giveaway right there. When you scroll through this website, you're going to see a bunch of nonsense pricing. This Les Paul from Gibson, there's no way on earth this will ever sell for $839, yet here it is. Another dead giveaway is that we have this stupid little thing that keeps popping up of fake people who bought gear. That's very annoying, and that's a giveaway because the real Guitar Center page does not have any of that. And you'll notice that the real Guitar Center page has real "this hurts" prices. Because something you need to know about the United States is that MAP pricing is a thing, MAP. So it's a minimum price you have to advertise at. Now, if you get on the phone with some of the websites and stores like Guitar Center or whoever, your mom and pop store, they might give you a deal, but they can't advertise that they're selling it below a certain threshold. That's just the way MAP pricing works in the US. So now let's switch over to Guitar Center's electronic drums section. This is the fake one. So we're seeing an F-Note 7X for $1,589, Roland VD 307 for $750. Look at this. You can buy a Roland V71 for $780. And they got a used TD50X for $525. This is really interesting. They even have fake used gear. These kinds of scams sometimes will have timers, or they build in a sense of urgency that you are the luckiest person on earth to find this deal at this time. If we flip over to the real Guitar Center electronic drums page, this is the way it looks. You got a bunch of like little menus that you can go through here. You scroll down, and all of a sudden, the prices that we love to hate are there in plain view. You're not going to get a really high-end electronic drum set for 70% off unless something drastically is crazily wrong at that company or if there's some sort of extreme situation. But those extreme situations barely ever happen. Now, I told my brother-in-law about this website, and he works in IT, so he decided to take a look at it. It is 14 days old, and it was registered on publicdomainregistry.com. And this is a Chinese website. You can tell because it says registered country CN, and apparently that is China. If we look over here, we can see the province where it was registered as well. If we go over here to scamdetector.com, it has a very low suspicious rating. So if you're ever suspicious about a link, check it out with this website, and it might give you some extra information so you can be careful. So now let's do the same thing, but for the fake musiciansfriend.com website. You know, the ironic thing is that the scammers spent so much time on the Musician's Friend website, which looks immaculate, and then they barely try at all with this fake profile in this fake advertisement. You got a blurry photo of the old logo, like the old headquarters or whatever of Musician's Friend. some random profile that they probably stole from a guy or seeded a long time ago so it flies under Facebook's radar. It looks fake. Meanwhile, the website is immaculate. This is the fake one. This is the real one. The real one gives you a coupon off, but this is what their actual website looks like. You'll notice that they don't have the logo quite right. It's really, really small and it's inside of a white box. So that's a giveaway. Just like the previous website, you have these fake little alerts telling you that this guy bought from the website and that guy bought from the website and what country it was mailed to, because this is trying to make it seem like other people are buying, therefore it is safe. Let me sort by high to low again. Let's put both of these fake websites side by side. So the fake Guitar Center, fake Musician's Friend. They are different. These are customized to look different from each other. Something I find kind of interesting and funny about the way the scammers justify their lower prices is that, yeah, these seem too good to be true, but it's because we're going out of business. You know, the warehouse clearing or going out of business sale thing is nowhere near as exciting as it seems on paper or an advertisement. Have you actually been to a giant music store that's going out of business? They're still trying to sell their stuff for as much as humanly possible. I remember recently when Sam Ash got rid of all their physical locations, which made me really sad because I finally lived near a very large Sam Ash in Nashville. I went to this going out of business-ish sale a couple of times, and the prices on the gear just weren't that good. They always sell stuff for like 10% off at first, and then the next week they drop it to like 30% off. Then the next week everything's 50% off, and then eventually it gets down to 80% off or something. But the problem is, the drum sets, they're long gone by the time stuff actually reaches 80% off. They were probably gone by the time it reached 30% off or something. So because of all these things, you are not seeing 70% off, you're not seeing 60% off, and you're also not seeing 50% off. But of course, whenever I make strong statements like this, we got to talk about the edge cases. A good example of a drum set actually being 60% off, and it is not a scam, is the Gava G9. When I originally reviewed it, it was about $7,000. Today, it costs $2,800. But the reason why this is understandable is that Gava is not doing well. At least their electronic drum division isn't doing well. They haven't been able to break into the market. They haven't gotten enough sales. And this is more an act of desperation. And it's happened over a long period of time. They didn't suddenly arrive at this price because of a warehouse deal. They've slowly lowered the price at Craft Music until we are where we are. But you're not going to stumble across a Facebook ad to Guitar Center where magically everything from the sticks all the way to the strings, all the way to the most expensive drum sets are all exactly 69 to 70% off. That's just suspicious no matter how you look at it. Let me know of some close calls that you've had down in the comments below, times that you've run across fake ads like this. It's fun to hear about this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.